Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm testing all of the kit that I bought to see how my camp system, sleep system, maintenance systems that I've been planning over the last few months for UK rallies, but more importantly for the trip to Rome in June, works out. We've got a lovely farm who have camping facilities that allow me to use it today. Obviously for a small fee, but that's great. So I'm going to load up Phoenix with all the gear, all the bags and stuff, get to the farm and show you the maintenance kit that I'm taking, tools and everything, show you the camera kit that I'm taking, but more importantly today is to figure out how I use all the kit that I bought, or not. Maybe I won't be using anything going forward, and the tarp, and how I, or not, integrate Phoenix with the tarp or not, you know, or just see which way round is going to be the quick and efficient way of setting up camp at the various campsites from here to Rome and back. made it to Hill Farm, and this is where I've been trying out all the gear because I've got no idea. I've got it near to the exit just in case I get stuck. So give me a few minutes to get all that gear off and we'll come back and have a chat. So let's start with the toolbox, and inside the thing, except for these, are my bag of tools, bits and pieces, in case I have a breakdown. So I'm going to show you what I've got in here, quick chat about what I've got in there and why. So we'll quickly go through the tools I pack inside the seat, sorry. And we'll start with oil and water. A little bit of oil, 500ml of water, just in case, because over 2,000 miles I'm going to have to top that up. So I thought, well, I'll have a bit with me, and then I can buy some more over there, or anywhere I am, if need be. Next, now this is hopefully will never happen, but I have it just in case. And that's a new belt. Dry belt, just in case, and that can be done by the roadside. So I've got all the tools here which I'm going to go through. So that's a new belt kit. An 8mm T-bar spanner thingy, because that's easier to get all the nuts off on that side where the belt is. A couple of important size Allen keys. This one is for fixing any of the little small Allen keys on the windscreen, and this one, most important, is for the wheels, the wheel nuts, just to keep them, make sure that they're not coming loose after a little affair that we had last year. Excellent bit of kit this. I've had it a long time, as you can probably tell. It's a tyre inflator and a charger, which is pretty handy. Perfect for inflating the tyres if need be. Tyres, I stick with tyres, because God forbid I get a puncture. I have a first aid kit, which I would never use. This stuff, which is frowned upon by most tyre repair places, where they change your tyres, but this hopefully should get you going to a tyre shop to get one replaced. But I have two types of puncture repair. So that's the screw-in type, all the little screws, and this is the drill out push thing style. So you've got your glue, and then more importantly, these strips that you push into you remount the hole, you push this in, pull it out, and hopefully that will sort you out, and then you inflate it with that. But more important, here's my bag of tools now. In here I've got everything I need to take a wheel off, or take the side off, put the belt on, and probably the most important tool in here, other than all of them, is my torque wrench. And I was really glad to get this bag that fits in there. Colour matches Phoenix, but also allows me to put my torque wrench in, so I can make sure I'm fully torqued up if I do need, God forbid, to make any roadside repairs. I've also got, tucked in here, yep, an extendable wrench and all the various bits I need. What do we call them, these things? Socket sets, screwdrivers and various other bits and bobs that fits under the seat. So everything fits under the seat that I need to do any maintenance or repairs on the way, God forbid. Hopefully I don't need to use any of this. So now I'll share with you my camera bag for basically the Rome trip, really, because I won't really need this for any UK rallies and stuff. So let's show you what's inside here. I didn't really want to take this because it's a bit big, but I think you'll agree it's worth it. So other than various hard drives and stuff to store video like this and cleaners, the main reason is my Hasselblad 500 cm film camera. Oh, I love this, and I thought, since I'm going up the Alps, probably the first and last time, it would be awesome to take this and take some stunning photos, which is my intention. So hence the reason I had to find a bigger bag to store my cameras. My other camera, film wise, is hidden. There it is. It's my AE1, currently loaded with Kodak Gold. And yeah, great camera, taking colour snapshots and black and white ones when I'm in Rome. So I've got some black and white film there, so that's cool. A couple of spare film cases for Hasselblad, spare film, loads of Ilford FP4, various chargers that I need, and a way to transfer the film from the cameras onto hard drives. I've got a big one here, big SSD drive inside here, there's no moving parts. Various cables and kit, which I'll show probably later when I'm doing it. It's a bit technical, but effectively you can just use your phone to move files from SD cards, micro SD cards, to your hard drive, so you can store it, safekeeping. What else have I got? Various adapters, mount for the monopod, which I'll show you in a minute, more to do with Hotel Carrera. What else have I got? Various plugs, European and all that. And that's that really in there. And of course, for recording the trip, I've got two DJI Action 5 Pros. I'm using one now. I've also got the Nano, which I've been using for B-roll and walking around town with. And of course, my S22 for being a tourist. Snap, snap, snap. So now we get to the fun bit. It's a little bit windy, but it seems to be coming that way. So we're going to be making it this way. Hotel Carrera, exploring the ideas of how to quickly set something up, so I'm not taking too much time when I'm on the road in Italy and Germany and Brussels and Belgium. Sorry. See what combination of tarp, tent I can make is easy and quick. So it looks like I'm going to be pitching what I pitched for Dave's day, using a 3x3 rather than a 4x3. So I've got currently set up. If you spot a wrong one, let me know. Don't profess to be any kind of outdoorsman or Boy Scout of any kind. And my last saluting was done 40 years ago, so rusty as so it's looking like so I've got me cot thing in there, yeah, which seems to work. I've laid on that. Loads of room at the back for my gear, so that's good. This can be closed down, this door. You can just take those wires off, guy lines off, and just close the door if need be, if it's raining. And it's windy today, so you can see that the wind's not affecting it. 2 poles, one at the back is just to lift the back out a little bit. But that could go up to a tree or a post or something if I don't want to use the pole for some reason. Pegged down everywhere because of the wind today, like I said, and we're on a hill, hence Hill Farm. That's really nice. Whew. I'm a bit pooped, but that didn't take too long actually. So that's the one we're looking at, I think. So here we are inside, and I was sitting on the cot with my bedroll kind of thing that folds up, and I've already decided that I'm not going to be taking a few things. I don't think I need it. Pretty level. Sorry about the pole, but that's part of it. And this is a tree above me where I can string it up. Anyway, so I don't think I'm going to need my Pathfinder mesh tent. Don't think I'm going to need that. Might not need this blow up pump thing for the airbed, which I'm not going to take either, the air mattress. But I might keep this because it's a torch. It's a good little torch. That's a success. Do I feel cramped? Right, I've got to remember that all this is about is getting some sleep. It's not about comfort particularly. So can I crash out in here? Well, if I move my jacket, which I've got over there, I've got loads of room behind me for all this stuff, so I don't need to sit here. So I've got crash helmet there, bag. I don't need this second tarp, so that's handy. So put that back in the bag in a minute. Another thing I'm not taking is my new, not to Italy anyway, I might take it to Tenby and all that sort of stuff, but the Helinox ground chair, as this with the legs on is a sort of sofa and good enough to sit on, and then without the legs low enough to give me a bed for the evening. So I've got a pillow, small little blow up pillow, which will be staying with me. I have a jungle bag with built-in mosquito net, so that will probably suffice based on the space that I've got. So that will be with me. For that, in case it's a bit chilly, I've got a travel liner, fleece. I can always put my jacket over me if it gets a bit too cold. And that's that. Yeah. What have I sort of got there? No other goodies to show you, except for cooking. So the very first thing I want to say, which I should have said earlier, is that all the items got here I've purchased by myself, so there's no sponsorships, and you can buy whatever you like. If you want to buy what I have, fine. If you don't. No shakes to me, and there are no affiliate links or anything like that. So on with what I cook with. So I bought myself a Trangia and a little table for that to go on. I've also got a Trangia fuel bottle, 1 litre, which should suffice. And then the little treat that I did, just to support Trangia, as this is tough with one hand, 1 second, I'll cut back. Got special edition cooking pot with Trangia in it. Again, one-handed, 1 second. It comes with 2 handles. I'll choose the orange one, obviously, because we like orange. And I'll just get this open 1 second. And in here is a little bag that comes with it. Back again. Oh yeah. So I bought this as the lid to sieve things through for later. And in here is the legend itself. I've got my striking stick, and it's still in its yellow bag. For safety. It is. So I can try that all this. There you go. Trangia. So that's what I intend to be boiling water to make my coffee, which initially is in loads and loads of them 2-in-1s from Kinko, which I'll put in my flask here for the day before I leave. So that's the plan. So it's a right mess in here at the moment, so I'll tidy it all up, and that's that really. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope there's a bit of info there that'll help you, and this will all be explored even more as we go to Tenby, which will be the next time, and then to Italy. So thanks for watching. Do the thumbs up, do the subscribe, and see you again shortly. Thank you.